do remember some times where we brought some kids to Seattle, San Francisco, Arizona, Texas, Florida. And in those times, one of my memories, and again, you may not remember, but I wondered, how many kids were touched by God through those experiences? And then it was Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Ike, and then the floods in Minot a few years back. And we brought more adults and families along. And I wondered about how many kids, adult kids and real kids, were impacted by what God was doing in those experiences. And then I started reflecting back on my own life and our family and how you got to baptize our youngest, and then you got to marry her. Wonder with me, how many people do you think you baptized over all these years? How many people do you think you helped in the marriage process? And then most recently this year for us, you were officiating over my mom's funeral. And I wonder, all these years of you in ministry, how many families did you touch during the funeral of their loved one? And what a gift you have been, Paul Gauche, through all these seasons and for all these years. And I hope that in your age that you will be remembering some of those things. But more than not, what a gift you have been to us, our family, but also to this community called Prince of Peace for years and years and years. And I just look forward to, as you paddle off into the boundary waters of life, I wonder what God will continue to use you to do.
Hey Paul, just want to say thank you for almost 30 years of friendship, and I've been thinking back to the early years on those trips we were blessed to take with our high school youth, traveling from one part of the country to the other, and how you were the minister at Mike and my wedding, speaking love and truth, listening to you just pour your wisdom into the children of this congregation. And most recently, the work we've done on the Welcome the Seasons books together. It's just been amazing to work with your creativity and just your heart for ministry. And I just thank you again for your friendship.
Reverend Gauche, you are the most fascinating man I have ever listened to. You've been wonderful to hear all these years. We'll miss you horribly and wish you well.
We are going to miss you so much, but I know where you live, and so that's one positive thought.
What a journey we've had together. We've all loved every minute of time with you, and you sharing your leadership and your love of God and your sense of humor, which we've always appreciated. And we just wish you every blessing in your next journey, and we know it will be enjoyable and hopefully relaxing and time with your family. So God bless you. We all love you. Take care.
Hey Paul, it's Terry. Well, you know that. And I always wanted you to come into my cool place, but you never came. So I guess now that you're leaving, I'll let you off the hook. But take care, buddy. Love you.
Paul, we miss you and we love you.
You know we're going to miss you.
and we wish you nothing but wonderful adventures from here on out. And please come and visit us, because we love you.
Good luck in your new adventure. We'll miss you. Bon voyage.
You've been a friend, you've been a colleague, done projects for you. It's just been a pleasure to have you around. As you can see, I'm sitting down in the basement by something that happens to be yours. It's a roll-top desk. I don't know if anybody informed you, but when you are no longer on staff, you have to pay rent.
You've been around almost as long as I have. But it's one of those things that I really will miss your humor. Listening to stories about all the hoonies, all those baptism classes that you officiated with the parents. And with those wonderful little babies. We were back here doing childcare for it. And if we had older siblings, we encouraged those siblings to splash your back. Sorry about that if you got splashed over the years, but that was us.
I will never forget the first moment when I met Pastor Paul, because I was sitting in a room just like this, ready for a worship arts planning meeting, and he came walking through the door, jumped on the table, and shook my hand and introduced himself. And I've realized that the reason that Paul makes such an unforgettable impression is actually because he really knows how to make people feel noticed and seen and valued. And Paul, I hope that I've learned that from you. So Paul, if I may, very best wishes for the next steps in your journey.
Oh, Paul Gauche, what can I say? It's been nearly 25 years of our partnership and ministry together. And it's been full of hoopla and hilarity, goodness and grace. You've walked with me through family deaths and deployments and more deployments, and I just have a grateful heart. Go forth and thrive, my friend. And there's always chocolate waiting for you.
Pastor Paul, as you come to the end of your ministry, I think about the day that we met, that luncheon in Byerly's when I was interviewing to be on staff at Prince of Peace. And I remember thinking to myself, I like this guy. I think we could be friends. And for once, I wasn't wrong. You have been such a gift as a partner in ministry. You have blessed people with your faithfulness, with your compassion, with your love, and with your faith. You have ministered to me, and you have been a gift in my ministry. I think about the times that we sent emails back and forth to hear laughter from one side of the hallway to the other. And we did that over and over again. And now I think about what a gift you're going to be as you move into retirement. So thank you. Thank you for your love, your faithfulness, your compassion, your diligence, your excellence in ministry. And I can't wait to see what it is that God has in store for you in the years ahead. Thanks for being my friend. Thanks for so often being my pastor. God bless you in the years ahead.
We were out shooting a video, and I had asked you to do a flip off a dock, and I asked you if you could do it, and you're like, I can do it. And this was for a sermon. So the whole point of the sermon was to show joy. And I'll never forget it. I'm in the water with a camera, waiting for you to take a jump and leap and do the flip, and you jumped, and you went with so much gusto that you didn't get fully over. But that's not the moment I remember, not the mistake. What I will always remember is when you came up out of the water, you had this smile, this like 10-year-old boy smile that showed sheer joy in the midst of something you knew that you didn't land.